Habari Gani. Namaste, welcome to my channel. My name is Sadhana. I'm an intuitive reader and healer, and I'm here today, third day of Kwanzaa, celebrating these amazing precepts, concepts of contemplation that were created in the 60s to bring together the Black community in a way really of contemplation and union. And I was so touched and moved by these 7 contemplations. The first one 2 nights ago that I did, a day late, Umoja. Last night, Kujichagulia. Kujichagulia focused on the self. The first one was unity. And tonight we're looking at our role in working together with the community. And I have the prompts all prepared for you, so I will get those up shortly. So collective work and responsibility. So this is quite a big one. And I thought it might be appropriate tonight that I use the Sacred Bee Tarot. I'm just thinking of the collective work and how the bees work together. That deck, however, is all separated out for another series that I'm working on. So I've decided tonight I'm going to work with one of the African tarots that I have. I'm going to use Jessie Jumanji's Afro Tarot. It's a deck I've used a few times, and it just feels really appropriate in the celebration of Kwanzaa to be using this deck. And I'm planning on using, I have a few, and so hopefully I will incorporate these over the next couple of days. If you're going to do this spread along with me, I will put the prompts up on the screen for you. Makes it a whole lot easier. Just where are we at here? I'm just going to take that one off and then go to the banners. So I just lit the candles behind me. Today is the first green candle. So the first day was the black candle, which is in the center. The second day to the right is a red candle. Third day, green candle to the left. And I will continue to build to this. And these are all candles that I have made especially for this event. I've been, I want to say, working with candles as medicine. It's been really healing. I've done rolled candles, a few different shapes, and molded candles, and it's been really good for me. So yeah, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. How I help to build my community. So just for a moment, as you're selecting a deck, think about what community means for you and what community comes to mind. Is this connected to a project that you're working with? Hi, Mary Beth and Liberians. Tamia and Irene, lovely to have you here. Thanks. So just focus on the word community and what comes up for you right now. As I say that word, I'm taken back to the first night where I was thinking of the word communion in not a Catholic Church sense, in relation to the concept of unity. And we have the word unity in community. Did you ever think about that? We have the word unity in community. So how? And right now it's a no-brainer for me. I was sensing that it's time for me to go back to my hospice work. It was something that was very, very powerful for me. And I needed some space from it. Probably had to do with the death of my mother, but that was some time ago. Um, anyway, yeah. So focusing on community. So this is a personal draw for myself, and I encourage you to go along as well. And then when we get to it, we can share the cards that we draw. And I will show you the layout, so the entire layout. All of these layouts, each of the nights is a 7-card layout. 7 days of Kwanzaa, 7 principles, and so each layout has 7 cards, each spread. Community. Unity and community. Unity and community. How can I help? What is my role? What can I do to bring unity? Ooh, I had one of those crazy, almost like the deck was in charge of what I was doing. Nothing to do with my hands. Hello, Dennis. Lovely to have you here tonight. Okay. Oh, I've got round on round, but they'll be turned over soon. Okay. The order doesn't really matter too much, but the idea with Veronica Rose's spreads is they're all different shapes, and so there's 4 cards on the left and 3 cards on the right. And I asked her about this. I asked if these were representing different shapes of African countries or anything, but she said no. So I just think the shapes are interesting. Okay, so how can I help to build? And I'm not even sure which card I put down second. So I'm just gonna allow my hand to guide me here tonight. I might have gone under and above, but anyway, for sure this is the first card. Okay. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. I'm drawn to the way she's holding that tool. I'm not going to take the time to look in the guide to see if there's descriptions of the particular objects that are on the cards. But she was born knowing how to use that particular sword. It's in her blood. Intuitively, she is able to wield that sword in a way that sometimes delivers the truth with wisdom and clarity, and other times it can be quite sharp, and it can cleave a path where it needs to cleave a path. And I've been feeling this. I was reviewing some of the spreads from last year and just some of the things I've been saying about my role in various communities. And I feel part of my role is to not tolerate anything less than kindness in words, in kindness in thoughts, patience and understanding, no matter how um, no matter how intolerant and ignorant a person might be. Sometimes we say that, you want to pick your battles. You there's no point in having an argument with certain kinds of people. But when it comes to um, inappropriate speech or behavior, I feel like that my confidence is my confidence and also my intolerance and impatience of inappropriate speech is has grown, and it's grown to a level of um, really taking it on as part of my dharma. So yeah, so I embrace this Queen of Swords because by by always standing in my truth and standing in universal truth, it will empower others for sure. So thank you for sharing your cards. Tamian has the King of Pentacles. So another leadership role. And then Irene is initiating a karmic path, or what are you feeling with that Ace of Emotions? Opening access to emotion, to conversation, to exploring challenging patterns. I mean, Ace of Emotions as the number one is interesting. Okay, let's go on. Um, how can I contribute to the collective effort? So the first one is your role. What is your role? And then the second one is, um, I mean, these are very, very close in meaning. Let's do this card here. Nine of Cups. Look at this face. So very, very content. You know, I feel in this card, I I feel space. I feel space. I feel, and I might have talked about this last year when I was doing this spread. So one of the things I do for community or, random people in the community is to hold space for their emotions, to hold space for their to hold space when random people approach me, but also to create sacred circle. And with this Nine of Cups, I'm feeling this the energy of a circle, of a group, an abundance of emotions. So maybe this is about reviving one of my circles in a public space. Mhm. So let me know what you um, if you can put a word or two to the interpretation of the card, or whether it resonates, or there's something that you are um, how you are understanding the card. How I contribute to the collective effort. I'm going to reinterpret this. How I contribute to the collective effort. So I want to expand on what I was saying. I want to work with other healers in the community to create joint space. Ah, okay. I know. There was a there was a yoga studio in Squamish, which was not where I lived previously, but I had went to many events at this space, and it was a cooperative yoga studio, and there were a lot of sacred ceremonies that happened there. That's what I need to do, is to create a collective space where people can gather and share. Ah, okay. That I really like that. Okay. All right, let's go on to number 3, and thank you for sharing your cards. Okay. How I help others with problem solving. A 9 and a 9. Beautiful, Irene, thank you. I bring enthusiasm. I'm kind of seeing these 3 cards together as one collective message. It's like, Sadhana, create this space. There is, I feel like, peaceful coexistence. It feels really inspiring. Mary Beth has 5 of cups, 5 of cups, 5 of cups, explorer of wands, and explorer of cups. Okay, so with those explorer cards, there's a sense of quest, right? Quest, mission, sacred mission. Hmm. Clevis, that's a beautiful card for the 3rd spot because there's a lot of teaching that can happen with the Temperance card. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Number 4. Okay, and then define younger people because younger people is relative and there may be a particular group that comes to mind. For me, it's the 20-somethings that is coming to mind before I turn this card over. Great. And you have a Queen of Swords as well too, Tamian. Clarity. And also the Queen of Swords is very insightful. Very, very insightful. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, so talking about the 20-somethings. And the particular group of 20-somethings I am thinking of is they're quite and I don't wanna use the word addicted. I could use the word addicted, okay, but that's quite a strong word. Their tendency to rely on plant medicine and a variety of plant medicines, including, um, rapé, ayahuasca, Mary Jane. I mean, there's a number of them. And with the energy of the Devil card, we want to be able to not only find joy, but also liminal space without substance. And that is something I would love to teach to younger people. Mary Beth, that makes me laugh. What do I have to teach to younger people? Yeah, get them off their duff, right? Get them going. You can teach them how to Move. Oh, and Irene has the same card, Eight of Inspiration. Ah, isn't that interesting? Irene and Mary Beth have the same card. Hmm. Okay, let's go to the next one. So it is how others perceive. Okay, so let's think about this one because this one kind of sits with me a little funny. Um, why does it matter how others see me if I'm doing my work with integrity? I think this card is just a checks and balances thing because is your intention being received the way that you intend it to be received, right? This is not an egoic kind of thing. It's not for approval by any means. I think this will um, it's like getting an evaluation after a workshop, right? Because if you need to do it differently, you want to do it differently. I'm laughing at Mary Beth's comment. I know. Oh no. Yes, Mary Beth, that could be as well too. Okay, so the next card. All right, so this is going to be a bit of a slow road. There is some kind of a pack animal here, not a fast-moving animal. I don't know if it's a llama or something in the pack animal family, and he is heavily loaded. So, does that mean I'm tenacious? Does that mean I'm in for the long haul? That I'm grounded? That um, people don't fear I'm going to run away, like I'm going to be here. They can trust that I'll be here. Wow, Mary Beth, I think you're going on a grail quest. Three explorers. That's really something. And then Irene, you have an explorer too, right? Knights. I give a knight. Tamian has the sun. So they see you as a luminary. They see you as a luminary. Perhaps they, are, if you have a tendency toward any kind of um, self-deprecation or anything, this might be good to you to receive that. Okay, Mary Beth is ahead. Let's go to the next one. Number 6. Um, how others perceive my level of responsibility. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Mine is the Emperor. So again, I really feel these are it's like your report card, but your report card so you can reevaluate or you know that you are doing well and carry on with your work in a way that um, if it's in alignment with your intention. I think that's what's really important here. And Mary Beth has the Ace of Pentacles. Well, Mary Beth, do you fund? Do you do a lot of funding of projects? Or do you approve approve oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Or do you approve new what do you call it? Like submissions? Okay. And then And then let's do the last one, and then we can talk about the energy of the reading as a whole. 8 of Cups. In this deck, she's already on the other side of the mountain. The cups are she's already left, on her way. And look at that beautiful full moon rise. That's a gorgeous card. An area of personal growth. And Irene's had 3 aces. So as far as Irene goes in community, that would tend to be so let's think about, the archetype of the initiator. Maybe this is about and you also had an 8 of Wands as well too. So this is maybe it's time to start something in a group or a new something in an organization or something like that. Clevis for card 7 has justice. Okay, now depending on the deck, that might look more might look more legal, it might look more karmic. For me, an area of personal growth. So that woman, the woman being on the other side of the mountain, it what that says to me is sometimes um, we can't we can't help everyone. Our brand of medicine, my brand of medicine, does not serve all. And I can offer and let people know what's available. I can share and teach. And if they still, yeah, this is important. You can't. I don't like the expression I was about to use. And where did I talk about this in a previous video? I think it was in one of the Christmas, the Vlogmas. And I was saying that one of the hardest things with divination is when you don't feel the querent is listening. They're not present. And so sometimes emotionally, energetically, right? Emotion I see the cups as energy work, shadow work. Sometimes you have to create that. You have to go over the mountain and go in another direction. You can't do any more. You can only do so much. Yes, Gladys, not everyone can be helped at this time. Yeah, so like viewers, I'm doing a different spread every night, and this is the 3rd spread. Okay. So one of the other important things, I'm just gonna go back and put up the first one because this kind of is an overarching theme. The idea or my interpretation of the idea of these principles of Kwanzaa is becoming more aware and more participatory in our individual communities. Um, Day 1 was unity. Day 2 was looking at the individual small self. And then now we're looking at our our role in community, and then each day we kind of grow and expand on our participation in potentially shifting energy and at very least participating. Okay. So tomorrow night I'll be back and we will light the second red candle. And um, the thumbnail is already up. The title is up, so you can choose a deck for tomorrow night. And I will put the prompts below a little bit later. I haven't done that yet. I didn't do that last year, so I have to type them out and put them in. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing this. And again, you're always invited to post in the Facebook group if there's something that you would like to share or you would like feedback on. It's a wonderful space. It's a fairly small group of about 100 people. And yeah, it feels really supportive there. And Wednesday nights in the Facebook group, I go live just in the Facebook group, and we usually have six, maybe seven people. It's very intimate and personal. And usually I do a bit of a reading. Sometimes I pull a card for you, and we chat about whatever the theme for the week is. So yeah, so please feel free to share, and later on, if you want to come back and comment or write a longer description below um, in the comments, that would be great. Okay, I will see some of you later. The next live reading for Tarot Card of the Year will be the Star. Thanks for joining me. Habarigani.